Hello, my friends. How are y'all doing? I hope everybody's well. Thank you for being here. Sorry about not starting earlier and just popping up and let's go live. I kind of screwed myself because I didn't see where Justin had planned to go live just 15 minutes ago. So we'll have a small group, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to get through this, but I appreciate y'all for being here with me. Thank y'all so much. Let's see who we got in the house today. Hello, Miss Diane. Happy Monday to you. Texas Plain Jane's here before it started. Woohoo! Way to go. Hi, Miss Rhonda. Thank you for being here. Hey, TJ. In West End. How are you? Brown Eyed Girls. Hello to you. Hey, Marina girl. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Hey, Terry. Thanks for coming in. Teresa, hello to you. There's our Bo. Hello, Bo. Brianna's World. How are you doing? We've been missing you. Hope everything's good your way. Hello to everybody else that's listening. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate every one of you. Terry, y'all got a new puppy? How exciting. Oh, I love puppies. They're so cute. What kind did you get, Terry? Shelly, hello to you, sweetie. I am doing pretty okay. Been going in circles today, going crazy, and that's why I wasn't able to start earlier. So, like I said, do apologize. Oh, a beagle. Those are the sweetest dogs ever. Oh my goodness. How cute. And they are so tiny and cute when they're puppies. Hey, Ollie. Thanks for joining us. Well, guys, we're going to just chat a little bit and listen to some stuff today. I titled this Friends in Low Places. And if you saw my thumbnail, I had Eric Craddock's picture all over it. And my question is, does Eric Craddock have friends in low places? Or people that know him, do they have friends in low places? Just a little thought, and we're going to discuss some of it because every time we talk about why nothing is happening. You know, I've been following along with Justin the case of little Lily and Jack up in Nova Scotia. Guys, I'm afraid their case is going to just sit there too. You named him Moose. Oh, that is so cute. My grandson got a little miniature dachshund puppy, and his name is Moose. That is so cute. Your dad's been in the hospital. Oh no. Yeah, no, no excuses needed for that girl. Yes. Well, I knew you hadn't been here and I've been wondering about you. So you take care of you, because if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to help him much. So make sure you rest and eat. He is friends in low places, Shelley said. Brian, I'll be praying for your dad and you as well, for sure. Charlene, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate everybody being here. Hey, Lori. So yeah, friends in low places. We have those type of friends. I think we all have those kind of friends along our lifetime path. But when it comes to the case of a missing child, a teenage boy who vanished, when you have parents that tell so many different stories. Oh, we love you, Brianna. You just take care of your dad. I'm just glad to know you're okay, but you take care of what you need to, and we'll be here. Hey, Just Me. Thanks for being here. Come on in. Come on in. But we have a missing 15, now 16-year-old young man. And his case is just sitting where it was the first day he was gone. He just vanished. Although his mother can't seem to tell the same story about the hours leading up to his disappearance. Although we have a stepfather who loves to tell a lie, who wants to make himself look good. And we have a father who is desperately searching to find his son. We have a law enforcement agency that has been questioned by multiple creators on this platform here, because they say there's nothing there. Nothing. According to the mother and the stepfather, there's the flashlight video that we all know well. And law enforcement has confirmed to them that it is a trash truck. Of course, we know they lie. And of course, we're not so ignorant that we can't decipher for ourselves that trash truck lights do not separate and run across a backyard. But is that what law enforcement is chalking that light up to be? I have questions. Texas, Plain Jane, surely they have something. But my whole body tells me there's a young man that's missing, and the two people we know for sure that can tell what happened to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still out there living their best life, traveling here, traveling there, going to work, coming home, hanging out, all the things. Just living their life, kid free. His father, on the other hand, has every minute that he has free, he is working on finding his child. Because, folks, don't forget, from the very first day that Seth walked into Katie and Chris's home, after that moment, Katie has yet to talk to Seth anymore. Why would a mother not want to talk to the father of her child, who loves her child? She has praised him for being a good father. She has told everyone how good of a father Seth is. He would be on the front row of anything that Sebastian was involved in. Hey, Southern Charm. Thanks for being here. Come on in. Yes. Yes, Terry. So glad he was there. So what would keep her from talking to him? What keeps her from talking to other people? Such as keeping his face out there and his name out there. What would keep her from telling the same story twice? Because although the generic of the story is basically the same, there's all kinds of stuff that changes every time she talks. Holly, thank you so much. Hello, Patty. Welcome in. Holly, you're so sweet. You just want a little happy dance. Thank you so much, Holly. You're so sweet. So there's so many questions. Shay, how you doing? Yes. Shay, I agree with you on that black truck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There was something to that, wasn't there? So I saw this and I'm going to put it up here. Of course, you're not going to be able to read it all. I'll read it out to you because I've got it over here. This I saw and I thought, you know what? We're talking about this. This here, if you look really close, the top picture, and I apologize for the X. I tried to get rid of it. It didn't work, but you can very plainly see that is Katie Proudfoot and Eric Craddock in their fatigues. Very plainly, you can see that picture. Another picture that was on there was corruption, dishonest behavior by those in position of power. The other one says injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. But this picture said a lot. A lot. We know Craddock's mother and Mommy Socks are very good friends. This says the real reason why Ellie from Sumner County, Tennessee, have been and are too laid back doing nothing for Sebastian Rogers. If they did anything, it was only to make Chris and Katie look good in the public eye. And they just treated an innocent father, Seth, like garbage and acted as if Sebastian is invisible to everyone, as if he never existed. This is how you know that there is a serious cover-up going on. It's not hard to figure it out. But since the devil is so deceitful, they want to force you to believe his lies because all these people are so blinded that they let their guard down and allow Chris and Katie to continue to perform for them every day, 24/7. Jesus said it best. We have to know our enemy, how our enemy operates, and come disguised as an angel of light. If not, you will always be fooled by evil people. People don't want to turn to Jesus because they love serving the devil, their father. They love working for him. Jesus says Satan is the father of all lies. Guys, we have a lot here. And like I said, this tells a big, huge story when Katie is there in her Navy and he is there in his Marine shirt. Friends, look out for friends. And of course, along the way, I always have worried about a cover-up. I've always wondered how much they're covering, how little they're doing just to make sure they're protecting their friend. Now, guys, I'll say this right now, make it very clear to everyone, and please listen close to this. I have no proof that that is what's happening. I question it because it seems as if nothing is happening when it comes to Sebastian's case. This post today made me think again the connection between the Sumner County Sheriff and the Proudfoots. Could it have something to do with the fact that we're almost 15 months to the day and this child has still not been found? We know Seth said he talks to him on the regular. We know he says they have evidence. Hey, Gina, come on in. I just pray that they do. I pray that they have evidence. We want them to have something. But if they have stuff, if they have evidence, why has it not been acted on? We've seen and we've heard about the court proceedings with Nina and her daughter. We've been listening and seen pictures there, the courtroom and stuff, with Betty in her proceedings. It took going to an appeals court to get the stupidness overturned. Nina said his whole clan showed up, his whole people, all of his people showed up. They laughed and cut up and acted as if they owned the courtroom. When we find out later that the judge and Mommy Socks were all very good friends and they went on vacations together. So if the two mothers to the sheriff and to Christopher are good friends, the kids went to the same schools, that hometown feeling, emotions, support, is that why we haven't heard from anything? Yes, Holly, that family does love the chaotic nonsense. Okay, and if you would like to, email it to me and I will put it up on the screen. I will show it for sure. So you can't help but question everything. So we're going to start, and I'm going to play Eric Craddock at the very first news conference, one of the very first, not the very first, but this one is on April 2nd. Okay, let's listen to his words, because I don't think there's been much of a change. Here we go. It's hard to hear him at first.
I am Eric Craddock, ERIC-CRADDOCK, and I'm the Chief Deputy at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. I'm joined today by Susan Nyland, SUSAN-NILAND, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. She's the PIM. I also have with me Sumner County Emergency Management Director Ken Widener, KENWEID.
He's basically saying names and all that stuff right now.
You guys ready? All right. Morning. I'm Eric Craddock with Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and we're going to come to you today with an update on the Sebastian Rogers case. Sebastian has been missing since late February. The investigation remains ongoing with steadfast support from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and many other local and federal resources. We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in. As I said.
Okay, it's hard to hear him, but he's saying that, you know, at first it was all his name and all the and everybody that's with him there. And he said, we're exploring every lead. I believe those are the same words that he said in the last time he stood up and spoke to the public. We're exploring every lead. 15 months later. Okay, Miss Ann. Huh.
Said before, the investigation remains ongoing. The entire community is deeply saddened by what has occurred. We're all extremely concerned for Sebastian's welfare. I want to encourage the community to stay vigilant, to report anything that they think may be of some significance to the investigation, no matter how much it may appear. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND with any tips, or the Sumner County Emergency Communications Center at 615-451-3838.
Okay, he has just said if you have any tips or any leads, to call the numbers. Folks, there's been several things I've come across and I have called them, told them I have information. I'd rather not leave it on a voicemail, but to have them please call me back so I can make sure it gets to the right person. To this day, I have received no calls from them. None. Zero.
We understand the anxiety and the concern that this case has caused in the community. We too share the anxiety and concern for Sebastian. I want to read.
They share the anxiety and concerns.
Reiterate that we are doing everything we can to find Sebastian and bring him home. Despite the passage of time, the commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. I said this when we scaled the search back. Our commitment to finding Sebastian remains. We will continue to investigate every possible lead that comes in. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office wants to express our gratitude to the community and the many individuals who have helped in the search, the many individuals who have called in tips, the many individuals who have printed flyers and kept Sebastian's face in the news. Nothing would make me happier than to wake up tomorrow morning with a tip that cracks this case wide open and we find Sebastian and bring him home. At this time, I'll turn it over to Susan Nyland from the TBI.
Nothing would make him happier than to just wake up tomorrow with a tip that would crack the case wide open and they could bring Sebastian home. They would actually have to return some calls, receive information for that to happen. This was April the 2nd of 2024. So we're going to stop that one here. We're going to go to this one. This is Sebastian's birthday. Authorities share new details on the missing teen. This was back in December of 2024. Here we go.
The Amber Alert remains active, and now nearly 10 months after Sebastian Rogers disappeared, those leading the search effort say no one is giving up.
It's not a cold case. It's an active and ongoing investigation.
Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock has been on the case since Sebastian disappeared from his Hendersonville home back on February 26th. Since then, hundreds of tips have been investigated, and to date, there still have been no confirmed sightings.
Did you hear that, folks? No confirmed sightings. Nothing. He had been missing since February the 26th. This was December. And there have been no confirmed sightings of this young man anywhere. Yes, brown eyes. That's my opinion. Been on the case, but haven't done shit. Yep. I'm afraid they have enough that they need, but are not acting on it.
In that vacuum, rumors continue to run rampant online from less than credible sources.
Well, it's real easy to sit on social media and make those comments.
Sheriff Craddock says investigators deal with facts, seeking evidence and hard leads. There have been few official updates in recent months, but the sheriff says investigators meet weekly about the case.
I've been pretty transparent. There is some information that's just not releasable, right? And that's only because any information released could be prejudicial to the case. And a successful resolution is my ultimate goal.
There is information. Can't be released because it might be crucial to the case. What case? What case? There's nothing. Nothing is happening. That's my issue here. Nothing is happening. If there's any type of evidence, why is it not being acted on? I don't know, guys. Whatever happens behind the scenes that we don't know about doesn't seem to be enough of anything or actually pursued enough for something to happen. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, that's it, Holly. Who knows if that's true? I don't know.
There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about Sebastian.
EMA Director Ken Widener has headed up search efforts around Sebastian's home and beyond from the very beginning. And it is his team that stands ready to act on any credible lead that comes from the tip line.
We have K9 on standby. We have search teams on standby. We've got drones ready to go, and we go.
The question of what happened to Sebastian very much still remains open. And to date, nothing has been ruled out, including the possibility of foul play.
Yes, Bo. Bo says everyone is quiet, Lolly. Seth, Tony, even Chris. I have noticed that. I have noticed that very much so lately. Welcome to everybody coming in. I appreciate everybody for being here.
And on that note, District Attorney Ray Whitley tells me he gets updates on the case nearly every week, and he does stand ready to prosecute if it ever comes to that.
If
Nick Barris.
If it ever comes to that. If. That's the question, folks. If. Will it ever come to that? That's my question. Oh, he was in chat yesterday, Cinderella? Good. Good, good. Okay, let's listen to this one. This was put out 2 months ago. Here we go.
Sebastian Rogers would now be 16. It was 1 year ago he vanished from his Hendersonville home late Sunday night or early Monday morning. There was a massive search effort in the first several days after the teen with autism disappeared.
This is the system that we use to track all of our searchers.
In the 12 months since, Sumner County EMA Director Ken Widener has from the ground and air. Divers went to ponds. Spelunkers explored sinkholes.
Look
The white
at
dots
that.
are caved, and they've all been searched.
Whenever a new
See that map and all the red? Every bit of that has been searched. Folks, if this young man walked out of his home barefooted, he would not have gotten very far. They would have seen him, a trace of him. Somebody would have seen something. And that huge span of space there where all of that red is at, that young man would have been found, or at least that he was there. That's a huge space, guys. Huge
The
expansion.
white dots are caved and they've all been searched.
Whenever a new tip surfaces, Widener sends a crew to search, but he says those leads have slowed to a trickle. And the sad fact remains, to date, no trace of Sebastian has been found.
2 months ago, guys, no trace of Sebastian has been found. No trace. So what does that tell you? No trace has been found at all. So that should tell us, it should tell law enforcement, Sebastian did not walk away from his home. He didn't run out that door. He didn't run all over the place, barefooted, no coat, no food, no water, no nothing. No anything of Sebastian saying that he left his home. And guys, we can tell I believe there is, but they haven't shared it, Town Chat Cafe. I believe that if there is no evidence, that we all can understand what that means. If he left no trace anywhere, that means he did not walk out, run out, away from home. None. Nothing. He had to have been taken out of his home, physically carried out of his home in some way or another, whether it was in the back of her car, whether it was in their hands. Why is it that law enforcement doesn't seem to act on that fact? That's a fact. I agree, Town Chat. I don't think it was him that took the trash out. Katie was the one that night at Texas Roadhouse with the black hoodie on. Sebastian had a short sleeve t-shirt, and then Katie tells us he changed to a long sleeve t-shirt, and Mr. Chris confirms it was a long sleeve t-shirt, not a sweatshirt and not a hoodie. So at no time Sebastian had a hoodie on. But we all saw Katie with the black hoodie on. Same colored tennis shoes as Sebastian. And it was said over on that other channel on Granny's Watching that Sebastian sure does walk like his mother. Mr. Chris says they sure do. They walk alike. Folks, that is 1 + 1 = 2 right there. Let's listen to some more.
As such, speculation runs wild from less than credible sources.
The rumor mill on social media has done nothing to advance this case.
Okay, rumor mill. I agree. Rumors do nothing to help a case at all. But when we sit here and we listen to a mother and father in their words, and their words is not rumor, it's the words they say. And they are saying all kinds of stuff all over the place. And they are outright lying to everyone about what happened to Sebastian. Folks, it's just my opinion, not a rumor. But when you lie about what happened, you got something to hide. That's a proven fact.
Authorities have made it clear they'll provide an update when there is something new to report. But this one-year milestone might be a good time to clear some things up. This week, I did speak exclusively to Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock and District Attorney Ray Whitley about the case.
Hold on, let's take a pause here. Let's take a pause for a second because let me get down to it here. Hang on, my chat wasn't updated yet. Hang tight. We're going to get to it. There we go. Kaz, thank you so much. Thank you for standing by, Sebastian. Of course. It is so hard because every day I don't know what to talk about. But you know what? We're going to do it. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. That is so sweet. Okay, let's get back to it. Here we go. Let's listen some more.
Case. Now, some are wondering whether or not this is now a criminal investigation. They tell me the answer to that is no. It is simply an investigation. Others are asking the question still, is it possible that Sebastian's parents, his mother, stepfather, and biological father, may have had something to do with his disappearance?
Okay, listen close, guys. His parents, his mother, his stepfather, his father, do they have something to do with it? Listen here.
Parents, again, the answer to that, no evidence of that.
No evidence of that. So I want to ask Eric Craddock straight on. Who the hell was leaving the back of their home with light source out in the middle of the night to another light source, walking to a waiting car, and one light running back to their home at the backyard? Have you asked them that? Have you questioned them about that? Katie would be the one to question because she's the one that put herself in that home at that time. Have you even taken her in and questioned her until she breaks? That's what I want to know. Katie holds the key to all of this. But there's no evidence. Yes, there is. And it is not a trash truck.
And that the parents have cooperated. Any evidence of foul play?
We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
Foul play. 3 hours before Sebastian is reported missing, there is light activity coming from the back of their home. What evidence do you need? It's being handed to you, Mr. Craddock. It is being handed to you, and you sit on it. It makes me so mad. Yes, Brianna, they do. They want us to quit talking about Sebastian. Yep, I'm going to keep talking about him. I'm not going to stop. no scent is evidence. Exactly, Bo. Exactly. Exactly, guys. We're not so mentally incapable of sitting here going over every detail of this case. We do it every single day. Southern Charm says bought and paid for by Cruella. I am starting to believe that more and more as time goes on. But when you have no evidence of that child ever leaving his home, but yet he is reported missing, folks, that's simple math. He didn't walk away on his own. He was taken out of that house. And 3 hours prior to him being reported missing, we see the 3 a.m. lights. There's evidence. Use it.
After a year missing, some wonder, is this now a cold case? The answer, no. It does remain very active. Sebastian's father, Seth, said this in the days after his son disappeared, and the same holds true today.
I'm hoping he's still alive. You know, that's my main hope right now, is that he's not deceased. I mean, I keep praying that he's alive. I keep praying that somebody's going to see him, that somebody's going to call 911.
Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
That Seth said breaks my heart, because folks, no one has seen Sebastian. Everything states that at 3 a.m. he was taken away from that home, and everything was done in the dark of night. Wherever he may be, it was done in secret. And I hate to say this, but I actually believe Eric Craddock has friends in low places. Eric Craddock is a friend of the Proudfoots. Eric Craddock, by not doing anything, is helping the mother that he has a picture with right here at the top, and the father at the bottom. You know, it's easy for us to sit here and say every day, here's the evidence, look at it, go get it, da da da. I understand if they want to get as much as possible. But when you sit there and tell us that the parents are cooperating, and then they go on to social media and lie their asses off, something's not right here. Why would a parent lie about taking a lie detector test, and yet he still, to this day, as far as we know, has not? We can't believe him when he says he has, because he has been proven that he lied about it. The mother cannot tell the same story twice. And it is not possible for her to talk on the phone to midnight while she's falling asleep on the couch at 10:30, while she is studying for her homework, while she is going to bed at 11 o'clock, and so on and so on. But that's the versions that she continues to put out. She heard a noise. She said, whatever you're doing, cut it out and go to sleep. Then we have later, he actually talked to her. Oh, here we go. Shelly, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Money talks and BS walks. Yes, ma'am, it sure does. And we need to talk. We do. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. We appreciate you. When you have a parent, the one parent that gave birth to the young man who is missing, and she continues to tell a lie every time she speaks about those hours after Texas Roadhouse. There is something there. There is something up with that. I can't get that. I don't understand that. You're a parent. You're the one that gave birth to him. I don't understand why you would want to deceive every person that is out here spending their days doing research, going over everything, putting your son's name out there, putting his face out there, people putting out flyers, emailing flyers to different agencies, posting different flyers in the mail. And you're going to lie to us? And you don't want us to talk about that or mention it. So you have your friends attack everything we say or do over here. My goodness. Something's not right with this. But when you have friends in low places, it's just a happy, good old time. They call upon you for favors. We heard If y'all can hear me, I'm on my phone. So internet went out, lights are out. This storm is all around us, raining, but it's been like crazy everywhere. So it probably knocked poles or transformers out or something. I am so sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and end it, and hopefully I'll be able to come back on. Love you guys so much. I'll see y'all soon. Love and hugs. Bye.